Welcome back to Half Magic Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is the sign you've been waiting for. So what's something that you've been needing clarification on? The universe is here to tell you. There are 4 piles to choose from, and I suggest selecting your pile based on the pile marker that sparks a memory in you. So for example, I would choose pile 1, caramel chocolate, because it says charm on this card. And I was just having a conversation with my friend about how I feel like charm is such a cultivated trait and not a lot of people have it anymore, especially like straight men. I feel like where are the Hugh Grants of the world, where are they at? I feel like it's not reflected in movies anymore. I feel like it's not reflected in people's general personalities, but that's a whole other topic. That's a digression. So that is why I would choose pile 1. I will put the timestamps in the description down below, so feel free to pause the video now to select your pile. Let's get started. If you selected pile 1, caramel chocolate, welcome to your reading. What is the sign that you have been waiting to hear? We're starting off your spread here with this temperance. And immediately what I'm picking up from this is that the thing that you have been wishing for the most is some kind of acknowledgement that your love life will change soon. For a lot of you, I'm getting that you have been single for a very long time, or there's just no one that's caught your interest. Your love life's really boring. That's because temperance oftentimes is like the absence of anything exciting going on. It's not that anything's bad is happening. It's just that there's really no growth. There's nothing happening yet. And so I think for a lot of you, you've been kind of waiting for some kind of movement in your love life in particular. And the reason why I say that is because the next card here we have is this 2 of Cups. And if you look at this card, this is a couple that is on a date by the beach. They're clinking their glasses. They're getting to know each other. They really like each other. And so this is you kind of wondering, when will this period of having to wait for someone to come in for me end? When will there finally be movement in my love life? And the universe wants you to know that you don't have to wait so long. It's definitely going to come in for you because we are transitioning into this 2 of Cups, and we also have this clarified next in your spread by the 6 of Cups. So this could be someone that you actually knew in the past. It could be someone from your hometown, someone you went to school with, someone who you meet through like your family members, your parents, an old friend from high school, an old friend from college, because the 6 of Cups can sometimes indicate these kind of experiences from our past, and in particular when we were younger. However, I know that doesn't resonate with anyone. I know personally I don't know anyone from my past that I would want to date. So for others of you, this could really be referencing the kind of lightheartedness that comes out of this relationship. I think for a lot of you, you have been single for a long time because you are a little bit afraid of relationships. They seem kind of daunting. You feel like people are just out to disappoint you. And this person really allows you to let that guard down and kind of tap into the joy of like your inner child. You really feel like you can be yourself around this person. And on top of that, they're very generous with you emotionally. They really recognize the ways in which you are hesitant or a little scared or a little rusty when it comes to romantic relationships. And they take their time allowing you to open up. They're not trying to rush you because they really do see the potential in you and they just want to foster that and grow together. For others of you, I'm picking up that this could be a relationship with an age gap. So this could be someone that's a few years older than you or someone that you kind of meet while they are in a position of authority. So for example, this could be like a supervisor at your job or something similar to that. Next in your spread, we have this 9 of Cups, which is a card about your wishes coming true, basically. So this person really is a dream come true to you. If you've been concerned that you're never going to meet the person that is meant for you romantically, this person really fulfills that. This person has all of these qualities that you've been really craving. So They probably have a good sense of humor. They're very kind. They're patient. They're romantic. They're emotionally open and available. They are stable and dependable and reliable, but they also encourage you to grow. They don't try to lock you down or keep you from becoming the person that you want to be. And so you feel very supported by this person. You feel very relaxed into your relationship with them. And with the Page of Pentacles at the end of your spread here, this person that's coming in for you could be an earth sign or have a prominent earth placement in their natal chart. So that would be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. That could be their sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. But generally, as the Page of Pentacles, this card really comes through as someone who is going to prove themselves to you. And so again, I feel like for a lot of you, when this person first comes into your life, you're maybe feeling like it's too good to be true. You're a little rusty on relationships anyway. You're a little jaded about love. And so you're like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust this person. But they kind of prove to you over time through their patience and their kindness and their humor and their emotional openness, how dependable they are. And they really do prove themselves to you, and that is what allows you to fall deeper in love with them. The second message that I'm getting from this Page of Pentacles is that you yourself could feel a little bit like a novice. I kept saying the word rusty. I really think that a lot of you do feel kind of rusty when you first meet this person, like you haven't really dated anyone in a while, or you haven't really dated anyone that you've liked in a while, and so it's kind of like a new terrain to have to deal with someone that you actually really care about and kind of want to impress and want to be around. So on the back of the pile marker that you selected, this caramel chocolate, it says, this card signifies a time to practice the art of smooth talking. If you need to win a situation over, only your charm can ooze out the appeal that is needed to get what you want. Loosen up. Avoid being so rigid and inflexible. Learn to communicate and let your intentions be known. Welcome fluidity. Let your feelings flow. Take a writing class or join a debate team. You need to demonstrate poise and charm at this time. Communication is the key. Life is flowing with rich abundance. So really, I feel like this kind of describes that person that's coming in for you. This is someone who is very suave. They are very charming, very good at speaking to you. You are probably charmed like the first time you meet them, where you're like, oh, I could see myself dating this person. Like you kind of have a crush on them. You might start blushing right when they start talking to you. And this person has kind of like a watery energy in that they're very go with the flow. They have a very calming presence, and they are extremely good communicators. So I think this person is very honest with you. They don't really want to play games with you at all. And something else that I'm getting is that they really are very good at appreciating where they're at in life. So this is not really a complainer. This is someone that can find the beauty in most things. And so I think dating them, being with them, it really allows you to see the world through their eyes. You know, they say when you're in love, it's like the whole world is beautiful. I think when you fall in love with this person, everything will seem so much more romantic to you through your day-to-day, both because you are in love with them and because that is kind of their viewpoint on the world, that there's always something to be appreciative of and to be charmed by. So for your tea leaf fortune cards, the first one we got is Jug, and this says lighthearted, carefree time. And to me, that really goes with that Six of Cups, which is a card that really expresses that lightheartedness. So this is someone who really allows you to let loose and feel emotionally safe with them. The second card we have is Bird Flying, which says news is on the way. So to me, this is really a reiteration from the universe that this person is going to come in soon. It's not just a paper bag this time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go listen to the song Paper Bag by Fiona Apple. But definitely, I think this is someone that is coming into your life soon. And I think it's going to be kind of unexpected when they pop up, but they will charm you pretty immediately. So thank you, my pile ones. That is it for your reading. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you again, and take care. If you selected pile 2, hard center chocolate, welcome to your reading. Let's figure out the sign that you have been waiting for. So we're starting off your spread here with this 9 of Pentacles. And immediately what I'm hearing is that this represents you in the eyes of someone who maybe has been a little bit rude or standoffish to you lately. And I think you'll know exactly who this person is as I continue describing them. For most of you, this is a man. And in particular, he could be a man that's older than you, a man that you work with, a man that is even your boss, a man that is an earth sign, in particular Taurus, but they could also be a Virgo or Capricorn or have a prominent Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placement in their natal chart. But we're going to get to the bottom of kind of why they've been standoffish to you. So really the reason is they see you as this 9 of Pentacles. And this is one of my favorite cards in all of the tarot because this is someone who is independent, who is wealthy, who has the resources that they need, who comes across as like glamorous, someone who just really is kind of living the life that they want to live and is willing to like share it with other people, but you don't have to. You're really content with the work that you've done. You're proud of the work that you've done, and you've put in a lot of effort to get there. I mean, if you look at the girl on this card, she is lounging around reading. She's got wine. She's got a little plate. But if you look at the tree behind her, this is something that took a long time to grow. So you reaped the rewards. You are able to sit under this tree and relax because you put in the hard work to make that tree grow, to make things bountiful for yourself. And I think that this person in your life sees that. They really do see that. But unfortunately, so with the King of Pentacles in the middle of your spread, as I said, I do think this is someone that you work with, probably a man. This is someone who is typically very dependable, but as I said, they could be kind of standoffish with you or have been rude to you recently or kind of like talk down to you in some kind of way. They're kind of giving arrogant. They could be someone who is like overly obsessed with money or finances or their career. And this is really coming through in that 4 of Pentacles that is behind this person. So the 4 of Pentacles is a card about almost like hoarding, wanting to keep things to yourself. If you look at the person on this card, they're in a locked room sitting on top of this treasure chest, refusing to open it. And so what I'm really getting from this is that even though this person is successful, they really do not like the idea of sharing success or other people being as successful as them or, kind of approaching their level in any kind of way. And this is also kind of going with this 2 of Wands. So if you look at the body language of the first 3 cards here, we have the King of Pentacles in the middle of the spread, and then the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands is kind of facing this 9 of Pentacles. So as I said, I think you are the 9 of Pentacles, and this person is the King of Pentacles. Now where does the 2 of Wands come in? So the 2 of Wands is a card that is about planning, about making your next move. But when it's facing you in the context of this card, I feel like it's representing that they are basically distracting themselves, worried about what you're doing instead of just focusing on themselves. They're so worried about you catching up to them or being as successful as them that they are, not really focusing on themselves or not really working on building themselves. And because of that, they are maybe micromanaging you. They're being a little bit rude to you. They're being standoffish with you. They're discounting your work or disregarding you or trying to make you feel small. And with the moon in reverse at the very end of your spread, I think this is really kind of the reiteration from the universe that this is something that will become more clear to you, because the moon upright is a card about things that remain kind of cloudy and things that you don't understand. But I think right now, it feels like maybe you're in a situation where you just don't understand why this person is doing this. I think their behavior going forward, now that you've had this reading, will become much more clear to you that they are operating from a place of insecurity and from kind of a scarcity mindset and feeling like if you win, no one else can win, or they can't be successful either. And that's not a very good energy to be in. And I think that's also represented by the pile marker that you selected, this hard centered chocolate, which says masculine energy. And on the back of this card, it says, this is a card of power, opinions, and forceful masculine energy that may represent a man you know or an aspect of yourself that needs nurturing and gentle attention. Take time to consider the feelings of others before you make any decisions at this time. Be mindful of others before actioning any plans. You may need to change something about it yourself, be it your behavior, thoughts, or your expectations of others. Be gentler on yourself and others. Be still, listen, consider, hear, respect. I'm in touch with my masculine side, but I do not allow it to harden me. So I feel like this person is hardened right now. They are not really taking into consideration your feelings. They're not worried about themselves. They're up in your business for no particular reason. Even though it does not affect them, they feel like it does. They are being kind of trying to hoard success to themselves only. And you are just on the front end of that because you are someone who shows a lot of potential and is achieving a lot. So for your tea leaf fortune cards, the first one we got is Beau, and this says you are highly thought of, which I think is true. Again, this person really does see you, this Nine of Pentacles, someone who's put in a lot of hard work and someone who is reaping the rewards and enjoying them. However, that person obviously is not really a fan of seeing that happen to you, especially with your second tea leaf fortune card here, Rooster, which says an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So again, I do think this person is a little bit arrogant. They feel like, well, you might have earned, a promotion, or you might have done well on the tests, but I did well on this one, and I make this much money, and blah, 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 So this person almost, they want other people to be below them in order to make them feel good about themselves, because they don't have the ability to feel good about themselves without that external validation or that external ranking, which is not a good place to be. But I think, again, now that you are kind of aware of why this person is acting like this, it will be a lot easier to disregard them, because you will know that it's really coming from a place of insecurity, and it just means you're doing a great job. So congratulations to you, my Pile 2s. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you again, and take care. If you selected Pile 3, Chocolate Frog, welcome to your reading. Let's figure out what the sign you've been waiting to hear is. So we're starting off your spread here with this 3 of Swords. And immediately what I'm getting is that for a lot of you, you have been experiencing some heartbreak or grief over a loss that you've been through recently. So for a lot of you, this could be a literal breakup, or it could be that maybe you had a crush on someone and you just realized it's not going to work out. Or maybe you were really invested in a particular career or job, and then you got the job and you realize you actually hate it. Or you were promised something and then that thing fell through and now you feel betrayed. There's something here that you invested a lot of your emotions into, something that you cared a lot about, something that you've spent a lot of time thinking about, and then it's kind of been snatched away from you. And you feel a little bit betrayed, you feel very sad, you feel hurt, you feel upset. And so I think for a lot of you, what the sign that you've been wanting is that this is something that will lead you to something better, that when one door closes, another door will open. And the universe wants to assure you that is definitely the case for you. So first of all, why did you have to go through this heartbreak? We have next in your spread the 7 of Cups in reverse. And the 7 of Cups upright can really be about illusions or things that we kind of project. And so in reverse, it's almost like shattering these illusions. So for a lot of you, if this was someone that you had a crush on or was in a relationship with, you might have fallen in love or an infatuation with the idea of this person rather than who they actually were. And you're really heartbroken because, this person is not who you expected them to be or who you wanted them to be or who you decided that they should be for you. or if this is like a situation where maybe you decided on a career path or a job or a thing to study or like a trip or something where you really planned it out. You just realize it's not going to work. Like, I've been investing all of this time in something that's really not going to come into fruition for me. Or I've had all these like daydreams about me being really successful at this thing, and now I realize that I actually hate it, or maybe it's just not for me. I'm not that good at it. There's probably something else that I'm better suited for. And so this is really about letting go of those illusions, letting go of these projections. And the good news is that the next card in your spread is this Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a card that is all about luck. It's about good things happening to you. And if you think about a wheel, it goes up and down. So if you're at the bottom, your turn to be on top is coming up again. And so I think that's really the message from the universe, that even though it feels really daunting and kind of painful right now, you needed to go through this to have that clarity to prepare you for this awesome thing that is going to come into your life. And actually, if you look at the imagery on these cards, so on the Seven of Cups, this person is kind of looking at these cups and they all have different things inside of them. And on the Wheel of Fortune, a lot of the symbols on this wheel are very similar to what's in the cups. So to me, this is almost like, you thought you found it in this other thing, but that was not it, because you're going to find all of these things that you've been craving, wealth, true love, dependability, a chance to shine, stability, passion, whatever it is that you really thought you had with this other scenario, you are going to find with this new thing that's coming in for you. And that's really reiterated with the next card in your spread, this Page of Swords, which I really see as like a shift in mindset. This is the clarity that you needed coming through. And so that really goes with the Seven of Cups in reverse, of breaking these illusions of thinking that this thing was meant for you, or that, feeling like you've lost something that was good for you, because ultimately you've just shed something that was not serving you, so you can make the way for something that really will be fulfilling for you. And also now you have the ability to kind of discern whether or not something is actually fulfilling those qualities for you. So for example, like if you, as I said, had a really huge crush on somebody and it didn't work out, maybe they rejected you, you kind of realize, oh, I actually didn't really know this person at all, and the person that I want would kind of be like head over heels for me and actually want to date me. And that kind of opens up when this new love comes into your life, where you're like, oh, this person is really honest with me. They're showing me that they're interested. This is the thing that I was missing out on. This is the kind of person that I want to be with. Again, that's just an example though. But all of this is really coming through in the final card in your spread, this Magician card, which is a card that's all about manifestation. So bringing together your thoughts, your visions, the things that you have been craving in your life into the reality. So you are these things that you feel like you've been missing or that you've missed out on, these things that you've been grieving will come to your life. You just needed to kind of learn how to spot them better first. And that's okay. So that is also coming through in the pile marker that you selected, this chocolate frog, which says play. And on the back of this card, it says, allow your playful side to come forward and shine. An uplifting and encouraging card to pull. The message here is to keep a lookout for someone special coming your way. A kiss could unexpectedly reveal a princess or prince charming. Find quality time to play and have some fun. You may be taking life in yourself too seriously at this time, so relax and loosen up a little. I allow my inner child to shine, and I do not take myself too seriously. So to me, this really is about that message of sometimes you gotta kiss a few frogs before you find the prince or the princess. And again, for some of you, this is about romantic relationships, but for others of you, this is about, other situations. So sometimes you do have to kind of go through these trials to discover what it is that you will not accept and be closer to the thing that is meant for you. And don't take your setback, this thing that you've been grieving, so personally, because really just think of it as a lesson, a little misadventure that you will grow from, and that will correct itself through the universe of time. I mean, you're receiving this message to let you know it's okay. You will move on. You will feel better. And with your tea leaf fortune cards, this is really a reiteration of the whole reading. The first one that we have is Spear, and this says heartache over what you no longer have, which really perfectly goes with that Three of Swords. If you look at this card, there's a heart with an arrow in it, and in the Three of Swords card, there's like a box of heart-shaped chocolates with 3 swords in it. So definitely this is feeling like you've lost something, being really upset about it. But on the other side, we have the 4-leaf clover, which is great, good fortune, and that goes obviously with the Wheel of Fortune. So don't worry about this thing that you've lost. Something better is going to come in for you. You don't need to be worried about it. The universe is taking care of you. So congratulations to you, my pile threes. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you again, and take care. If you selected pile 4, chili chocolate, welcome to your reading. Let's figure out the sign you've been waiting for, the message that the universe is ready to give you. We're starting off your spread here with this 5 of Pentacles. And immediately what I'm getting is that there is a relationship or a situation that you are in that is not fulfilling to you. And you've been kind of debating whether or not you should end it in some kind of way. So for example, it could be someone that you consider a friend who has been very rude to you, or they kind of make you feel bad, or they're just not being very loyal or kind to you. If it's a romantic relationship, it could be someone that's kind of giving you the bare minimum, just enough to string you along, and you know that it's not enough for you, but you've also been kind of afraid to cut it out or cut them off because you don't want to give up what you are getting. For others of you, it could be a particular situation. So maybe it's a job where you just feel like you're not getting paid enough, but you're also scared to quit the job or go look for other jobs because you're afraid that you won't find anything, and that will be more disheartening than just putting up with the situation. So those are some examples. And I really get that with the 5 of Pentacles because this is a card that's all about instability. Actually, if you look at the imagery on this card, there's, this mother and child that are kind of out in the snow. And actually behind them, there's this really warm, place that they could go for help, but it's they're sticking together. And so this kind of represents you in this situation. You know that probably there's something better for you, but it's hard to accept that you would have to leave this other person who kind of refuses to make those changes or support you in that way. So I think that's where you are, where you're kind of afraid of having to end things. But the universe wants to tell you, you should stand up for yourself, set those boundaries, and end this for yourself. And that's really coming through in the next card in your spread, this 10 of Swords. And if you look at this card, it's someone that's laying on the ground. They have 10 swords in their back. Kind of scary imagery, right? But the 10 of Swords really indicates kind of the end of your own mental limitations that you've placed on yourself. The end of the suffering that you are prolonging by thinking a certain way or feeling loyal to a certain idea. Because obviously what comes after the 10, that's the last numerical card in any suit and tarot. And so then you kind of start back over with the aces. And the next card in your spread is an ace. So just because it feels like an ending, it's not permanent. This is something that needs to happen so you can start fresh. And ultimately, you really kind of needed that perspective, that shift to be okay, this isn't serving me. Why am I continuing to suffer? Well, look at the imagery on this card. Someone's running away after you've been hurt. So that could represent, again, the person or a situation. It's other people see the ways in which you were suffering within the relationship or in the situation, and they're moving on. They're not going to hang back and like try to comfort you and make you feel better. It's really up to you. And ultimately, the swords in tarot represent mental stuff. This is not literal. It's not something that's truly binding you. It's something that you have the ability to overcome. And the universe wants you to know that if you do cut this person off or break up with them in the friendship, you quit your job, whatever it is, it will work out for you, because the next card here is this Ace of Wands. And this is a new passion, a new creative opportunity. If you look at this card, the girl on the card is looking at all of these things that are coming out of the fire. There's art, there's travel, there's adventure, there's knowledge. And so you are in the prime position, once you have this blank slate away from this person, to go after what it is that you truly want and what you've been missing. And ultimately indulging in what you want, indulging in those passions, finding your creativity, finding your zest for trying new things or doing the things that you felt shamed for doing before by this person or this situation, is what's going to bring you to this beautiful Three of Cups energy, which is a card about celebration. And it's also a card about friendship and connection. So I think, for a lot of you, I do see this as probably being like a friendship that you have to let go of, maybe a romantic relationship. And so with the Ten of Swords, maybe you're concerned, if I end it, then who am I going to hang out with? Who's going to be friends with me? Am I ever going to find someone who really, has the same compassion, has the same interest in really developing like a deep friendship with me? And the answer is yes, because with the Three of Cups, obviously, this is people who understand you and want to celebrate with you. This is not someone who wants to hold you back and keep you from achieving things or moving on, or keep you from being comfortable, like represented in this Five of Pentacles. This is people who want to celebrate with you, who want to see you continue to grow and achieve the things that you want. If it's a situation that you were thinking of ending, then this is like a new opportunity to replace that old one that is much more fulfilling. It makes you feel a lot happier. You feel a lot more proud. You feel a lot more connected to maybe the people that are involved in this situation. You feel a lot more supported. And with the King of Cups at the very end of your spread, I think this is this has two meanings. So first of all, I do think that this represents you, because the King of Cups is someone who really has emotional fulfillment through the things that they are doing. And so again, I think leaving behind this situation or this person that's not serving you will ultimately bring you emotional fulfillment and peace, serenity. And the other message that I'm getting is that this could represent a particular person that maybe is going to come into your life. So it could be a new friend that you're really close with, a new romantic partner. It could be the boss at your new job. So this person could be a Scorpio or have a prominent Scorpio placement in their natal chart. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But generally, this is someone who really embodies compassion, understanding, patience. This is someone who really nourishes and nurtures the people around them. So this is not someone who's going to try to make you struggle just for the sake of being on the same level as them. This is not someone who's going to expect you to tamper your dreams or to settle for less. This is someone who wants to see everyone around them grow, because they are so supportive and compassionate, and that's really beautiful. So your pile marker that you selected was Chili Chocolate, Freedom. And on the back of this card, it says, this is a card of bondage and restriction. Most often, it is a metaphorical representation of the restraints we place on ourselves. Look beyond superficial appearance and go deeper into the truth and meaning of a situation before you find yourself in hot water. Don't forget that you hold the keys to your own freedom. Keep your options open. Take action to find the freedom you need to move forward. Remember, you are the only one that is holding you back. I remove all chains and restrictions that I have placed on myself in the past as I start my new journey toward a newfound freedom. And to me, that really goes with these first two cards, that Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords, because the Five of Pentacles is that feeling of bondage and restriction, and the Ten of Swords is you being able to step away from that, the ending of that. So this is you setting yourself free from the feeling that you have to be loyal to that person or situation, and recognizing that I have the power to walk away and choose better for myself. And that's also coming through in the tea leaf fortune cards that I pulled for the spread. So the first one is grapes, and it says time to go out and have fun. It really goes with that 3 of cups. I think this is saying that, if you're concerned that you're not going to have anyone there in your corner if you cut someone off, or you're concerned that you're not going to have anything to celebrate if you leave a situation, that's not true. There's going to be so much joy and fun that comes into your life because you let go of this thing that's no longer serving you. The second card that we got here is Valley, and this is deep personal strength and peace that assures success. And that really goes with that King of Cups, because this is someone who really has a lot of emotional serenity. And so I think this is you feeling, strong and accomplished after you moved yourself out of this situation, this mindset. You freed yourself so that way you can focus on your own happiness, your success, on people that are really supportive of you, on situations that allow you to grow, and get rid of things that are stifling you or trying to keep you as the smallest, most stagnant version of yourself. So that is it for your readings, my pile 4s. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you again. Take care.